What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on PrizePicks. This time we got plays for college football, and I usually say that because it's my intro. What's going on? Welcome back to a video on PrizePicks. But I've realized now that we're kind of straying away a little bit more from PrizePicks. I might have to stop saying that in my YouTube video intros, but it is what it is. Actually, in this video, I'm going to give away 2 against the spread plays. I know you guys like a couple of those. I actually am a fan of those as well. I don't just do DFS player props. So we're going to talk about a couple of those too, and I'm going to give all my reasoning in that, as well as a few player prop plays, of course. But before we get into any of that, I want to say if you guys could drop a like on this one, it would help me out a lot. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It helps me keep putting out videos like this every single day, giving you guys the best picks. And guys, we are just getting started. Football season, week 3 college football, week 2 NFL. It's going to be great. Now, I really appreciate you guys being here on this channel. Let's go ahead and make some money on this college football Saturday. So let's go ahead and just start off with, I'm just going to say it straight up, probably my favorite play of the day. I already took, I've been very vocal about this. I feel like I'm in the minority here, but of all the people talking on YouTube, I like Clemson here to cover the spread. Everybody and their mom right now is taking Georgia Tech. They're like, oh, this is going to be an upset alert. Clemson, they haven't looked good last couple of games. This is what good teams do, guys. Good teams rally back. Good teams don't just crash out after looking bad in the first couple weeks. Florida State last year, that's the exception. But if you think about the last 10, 20 years, even as long as football has gone on, good teams can have a couple bad weeks to start, and then they're right back to it, playing against a difficult opponent, and they're making the job look easy. This is where Clemson need to get their business straight, and they just need to get down to business and actually win this football game. I love them here at the minus 2.5. I took them earlier in the week, back when the line was minus 3.5. Little did I know, the whole world would be taking Georgia Tech on the plus 3.5. So that line has now shifted all the way down to minus 2.5. I love Clemson here to win by at least a field goal. This one feels great to me. The reason I'm not going to put that on the play right now is because we already got some money on that. If you don't know, we took Packers minus 1.5 and parlayed that with Clemson minus 3.5. Of course, the Packers absolutely killed the Commanders. We just need Clemson to come through for us right now on the big noon game against Georgia Tech. But that actually, I just said I was going to go to my favorite play. That actually was not my favorite play. The one that I haven't talked about yet, that it's kind of the similar spot. It's Georgia at Tennessee. I don't get why this line is this low. UGA minus 4. You guys can go ahead and lower this down if you want. I'm thinking, actually, I don't know where the button is right now, but I don't care. UGA minus 4 is a great play. If we just look up UGA football, I'll show you guys how they've been the last couple weeks. People were saying, oh, this was a bad game by Georgia standards, right? There was a huge rain delay in this game. Obviously, players aren't going to play that great after a rain delay, and they're playing against Austin Peay like they're gonna win, right? I don't care if they beat them 77-0. I don't care if they beat them 28-6. They won, right? They won the football game. That's what matters to me. In their first game, they played against Marshall. So basically, what we're seeing is that this Georgia team has had 0 real challenge yet, right? In this game, if you wanted them to have a game where they just kill them, there you go. Take this week 1 game, right? They've given up 1 touchdown this year, and this Tennessee team, I know they're ranked 15th. Let's see who they've played. They played Syracuse, who are all right, and they've played East Tennessee State. I didn't even know that was a school before I recorded this video. East Tennessee State. So this is the kind of teams that Tennessee is playing, and this is the kind of teams that Tennessee is stat padding against. Joey Aguilar has had 241 and then 288. This is the guy who was playing for Appalachian State. He was playing in the North Carolina mountains last year. Now he's coming to Tennessee, and people look at him and they go, oh, he's an SEC level quarterback. No, I don't think he's an SEC level quarterback yet. They had Nico Iamaleava, however you say it. They had Nico last year. They thought he was gold. They thought he was the best. They thought he was, the second coming of Lamar Jackson or whoever they were comparing him to. Obviously, that didn't pan out. But why was that Tennessee team at least a little bit scary? Because they could genuinely challenge in the run game and in the passing game. And if you guys have watched these games, you will know that this Tennessee team is decent at the run game, but their pass game, their ability to stretch the field, wasn't all that great. Right? And here's where you got to listen to me, because most people are going to go, what the heck are you talking about? I looked at the box score, I checked Google, and they went ahead and got 3 touchdowns, and this one guy got 95 yards. That sounds like a good air raid offense to me. No, you guys have to watch the games. People who watch the games will know this Tennessee team is a run-force offense. Those of you guys who watch the games in the comments, let me know. What do you guys think? A lot of people probably aren't locked into college football as much as I am. I know that this Tennessee team is a run-first offense, and I know that that kind of offense against Kirby Smart, it's not going to pan out well. If you are a run-first offense, that's fine. As long as you have the ability to stretch the field, as long as you have the ability to go deep and actually threaten, the opposing defense with deep balls, then they have to put a couple safeties back. Their cornerbacks have to play deeper, and then you can go ahead and run the ball very efficiently. That's not going to happen right here. I expect Georgia to play one high shell for a lot of this. Really just put one safety back there and have the quarterback be like, okay, Joey Aguilar, if you're so good, go ahead and throw the ball deep against us. You've got to beat us with your talent. That's not going to happen, right? Georgia going to put up that challenge with Tennessee. Tennessee's not going to go and meet it. And I don't care if this is an away game for Georgia. The Georgia Bulldogs need to come out here and show why they still have a case for being the best team in college football. Everybody is hyping up Ohio State. People are still hyping up Texas even though they lost to Ohio State. And the reason that Georgia hasn't been able to be in these talks yet is because they haven't had a big game environment yet, right? Now they're playing away at the number 15th ranked team in the Tennessee Volunteers. I expect them to come out here, make a statement win. And this is one of those plays where I will actually kind of do what they call laddering the play, which is where you basically just take Georgia, say take them at -2.5 and put, whatever it is, $20 on that. Then you take them at -4, put another $20 on that. Then you take them at -6.5, put $10 on that. Then you take them at -13.5 and put another $10 on that. And basically what that does is instead of putting $50 on your -4 play, it just spreads it out so that if they win by, 14, if they win by 2 scores here, you're making a killing because those top rungs of the ladder, if you will, the -13.5 slips, the -10.5 slips, whatever you guys put in, those top rungs are just going to absolutely be insane payouts, probably like 6x, 7x, whatever it is. And then you guys will make a ton of money. So I'm going to go ahead and ladder this play. Instead of putting all my eggs in one basket with just Georgia -3 or whatever it is, Georgia -4, I'm going to go ahead and take them -2.5, -4, -6.5, whatever it is, right? So that's what laddering is. I like that play right there. And now we're talking about a couple player props because we already went through our, one game that I'm not going to pick in this game because I don't really know at all who's going to win. I just think this is going to be a great game and you guys have to tune into it. It's Vanderbilt at South Carolina. This South Carolina team has looked terrible, and I just can't wait for Vandy to come out there and show them who's boss, really. Vandy, way better than them. So we will see what happens in that game, but it's too volatile of a game for me to go ahead and pick a side. I would rather stick, with the guys who I know I can trust, and that's Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. So let's go ahead and talk about a couple player prop plays for this college football game or college football weekend. And man, there's so many good correlation plays. Actually, before I get into it, completely forgot to promote my group, but I'm going to go ahead and do that now. It is my YouTube video. I'm going to tell you guys to join my free group. It is winnable.com/BAM. Hit the link in the description. You guys can sign up right here. Obviously, I'm already subscribed to this. Basically, you just get free plays from me. For example, this was a Flex Friday play boost. Gave a 40% Flex Friday boost on PrizePicks. I gave away a free play to you guys. We're going to keep doing that all weekend long, and we do that every single day. So go ahead, sign up for the Winnable right there. That's all I got over there. Let's go into the sports, or the DFS plays. We're going to go ahead and target this Missouri team. So they're playing against a team where they really should beat them, right? This is not going to be a close game. And we're taking Bo Pribula on the over at 240.5 passing yards. Against Kansas last week, 334. That was a shootout. I expect him to easily get 241 in this game, and his number one guy was Kevin Coleman. His number one guy, he would go to him almost every single time. Kevin Coleman, and some more Kevin Coleman if that wasn't enough. If you guys go ahead and check the box score, I'll show you guys right here. I'll pull it up for y'all. Mizzou football. Kevin Coleman had himself a day. 10 receptions, 126 yards, and a tutty. What more can you ask for? He's clearly Pribula's favorite target, and we're obviously going to go ahead and correlation stack this. What a correlation stack is when you take a quarterback on the over and their receiver on the over. So if the quarterback's going to have a monster game, like Bo did against KU, the receiver's also going to have a monster game. That's basically football correlation. But of course, we got to put a third play in here just to make sure that we can lock this in. And I'm just going to go ahead to a guy who I know I can trust. Where is this guy? A guy who I know, I'm just going to go find it. It's this man right here. KC Concepcion. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We're just going to call him KC. This guy played for NC State last year, transferred in to Texas A&M, and he has just been balling out there. 73 yards in week 2, 72 yards in week 1. Can you ask for more consistency? Now he's going up against a tougher team in Notre Dame. But let's remind ourselves, Notre Dame didn't play in week 2, and in week 1, they didn't look that great at stopping the pass. Of course, it was Carson Beck, CJ Daniels of the Miami Hurricanes, who are obviously a solid passing offense. But people are sleeping on this Texas A&M team and Marcel Reed. Marcel Reed hasn't had a great game, right? He hasn't had a big game, should I say. He hasn't had a big game to prove himself. So that's why people haven't been talking about him. If he goes out there and makes a statement here against Notre Dame, this could be a huge, huge win for him as a player and for this team as just as a team, showing them that they can be on the highest level. Texas A&M are no slouches. So I like this right here. KC Concepcion on the over at 43.5 receiving yards. I like Prebula and Coleman if you want to do a little bit of correlation stack. And I also like Georgia right here at -4. I told you guys to ladder that. And I like Clemson at the -2.5. Nobody else is taking Clemson. I might look like an idiot after this. And Georgia Tech might win by 20. I don't care. I'm just going to take the play that I think is the best. And that's Clemson to win by 1 field goal. I absolutely love this place. Go ahead, drop a comment. Tell me, what are you guys taking? I love to hear from you guys. And go ahead and sign up on the Discord, The Winnable. We are going to have a huge Week 3 college football Saturday. I'll see you guys in the next one.